Scout, like the Eagle Scouts have a project that they do, and they do some, is it kind of like that, like, okay, you're going through this leadership program, and it's like, okay, now that you have all of these tools, we want you to go out there, and we want you to kind of basically take what you've learned and now apply it to the real world. Is that what's going on here?
And they have a graduating class, and so we're the class of 2024, and each class is basically attending a 10-month leadership program, and you're learning all about Auburn and the community with 20 other members of the community, just all walks of life, different professions, different careers, and you come together and you decide on a community project, something that will benefit Auburn, and then you make it happen over the 10-month period. So we actually just graduated the program at the end of June, and we're nearing the completion of this project.
I love it. So give me some highlights. Like, I would love to know what first drew you. Like, how did you find out about the leadership program? What drew you to it, and what made you think like, yeah, that's for me. That's something. That's a jump that I want to take. Because it seems like whenever you're taking a leap, you're doing something new. It always. I don't know about you, but there's always this internal struggle. Am I good enough? Should I do it? Do I have the ideas to do it? What led you to it?
I think what led me personally is that it's a program that has been going on for a very long time, and I have family members that have gone through it, and community members that I know, and everybody that I know who has gone through Leadership Auburn just speaks so highly of it, that it was a wonderful experience. They learned things about Auburn and the community that they never knew, even for lifetimers like me who were born and raised. And just everyone had an amazing experience meeting people, connecting with people, creating lifetime friendships, while also doing something that's beneficial to the town that we all love.
Courtney, how about you?
Well, for me personally, it was actually Jackie Weston and Manoush. I've known them very well over the years, and I saw all of their postings and the way they would talk about it, and I was so envious of just their dedication and their excitement. And every time they would talk to me about it, they were like, you would love it. And it was kind of just like a little bit of me wanting to be a little bit more like them and taking that leap and embracing it. And I'm so happy I did.
Well, it's such a testament, and then with Jackie's passing recently, how great it is that influence that she's had. And it's so cool to hear that. I was actually just talking to Manish yesterday. Those that don't know Manish, he's part of our Auburn Parks and Rec, Auburn ARD. And a great guy, always enthusiastic, always willing to help. Like, I don't think I've ever talked in any of my interactions with Manish has he ever was like, no, we can't do that, no, but always very encouraging. So I love that there are folks that are encouraging that. Now there was something kind of unique. You guys were telling me a little bit off air about the class that just graduated this year. The how it played out with the number of the ladies that were part of the graduating class.
Yeah, the ladies dominated our class for sure. We had 17 women and only 3 gentlemen.
Okay.
So.
And quite the collaboration, I'm sure. And was it really easy to kind of flow ideas between you guys? Was it all the group coming up to help each other find their own ideas and their own find your path to go, or did you guys bring up with you?
Well, we had a retreat in September, and this is where we initially met each other, and it was an overnight, and we had a lot of team building exercises, and then we also just talked individually and came together as a group, like, what do we really want to get out of this? And almost everybody said, we want to strengthen our community, we want to unite downtown and Old Town Auburn. Why is their separation? Like, it doesn't need to be, it's walkable, it's connectable, they're so close, like, we can be one. And that was really our goal, was unity and community and just bringing the two together.
Courtney, how about you?
Well, kind of that, we were all different people. Some had lived here their whole life like us, and others were new. And it was just this excitement about what Auburn offers. It's so unique, and there's so many treasures hidden everywhere. And it, noticing that like some people only go to Old Town or they only go to downtown because of parking or other things, and the fact that it's so easy to just commute between the two on foot, and people don't really usually do that. They there's an excuse of no parking or this or that, and it was really nice as a group for all of us to just really be like, very passionate about it. Like everybody, even new people were like, yeah, I have noticed that. So it was really great it felt very unifying right out the gate, that we all felt very passionate about that. And from then it was a struggle to figure out, okay, what do we do? And it was kind of a long process that we came to this Quail Trail idea, but it all kind of gravitated back to that original unifying moment that happened between us, which was just so great.
I love that. And it's such a good point too, especially if you're from around here, especially if there's a big event going on in Old Town, and I'm not even gonna try and park down there, I'm just gonna park down over here. But you're so right, and that's how you're reminded it's so walkable. Like, why don't I make this walk more often? Why it's nothing, and I should be getting in more steps anyway. Let's be honest. So why not enjoy the walk besides and take your time? I think it's something that probably, and correct me if I'm wrong here with the Quail Trail, we'll get into in a minute, but basically just maybe slowing down a little bit and just taking some time to look up from what we stare at screens so many times and actually enjoy what's going on around us.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like
100%.
Yeah, one of my, favorite anecdotes I've used before is like, I help out in Old Town at various businesses, and just parking in a parking lot and walking down and the view of the courthouse, and you can see the firehouse in the distance. It's so breathtaking. The trees, the courthouse, the beauty. And it's like, I feel like in that moment, like, I'm so lucky to live here. Like, where else would you get out of the car to walk, to go meet a friend, go to work, and just have this beauty amongst you, and history and just vibrance? Like, we're so lucky, and I feel like it needs to be shared with everybody. Or even if you know it exists, like that opportunity for you to be reminded to get out and walk it.
And I'm chuckling to myself because it feels a little bit like we live in a Hallmark movie sometimes, where it's like, oh, there's the courthouse, and there's the fire station, and here's our lovely house. But it really is like that. And to get folks out there to appreciate it, I love it. Okay, so ladies, we're going to take a little bit of a break here. When we come back, I want to actually get into the details of the Quail Trail, how it came together. We talked a little bit about, it sounds like, what the purpose is of what we want folks to get out there to do, but I'm really excited on like what folks are going to do, what they're going to experience, and all the organizations that will bring it all about. So we're going to break. We will be back right after this.
So that was just a taste of our interview that we're doing for the Auburn Quail Trail, and there is a sign up right down here. We're going to have our lunch this Saturday in this memorial park for veterans, and you can actually lease a space and grow your own veggies. There's fruit trees, there's artwork. It's really beautiful. And they just put this sign up this morning. Ta-da! Look how cute that is. So just to make sure I got it correctly, Armed Forces Pavilion and Community Garden. This is where we're gonna have our big lunch. Look at all this shade in here. It's going to be back down there. And we're going to tour, like break up in groups and walk the 1.4 miles from landmark to landmark, looking at the signs, pulling out our phones, clicking on the QR code, and reading about that particular location. And this is not only for locals, but we'd love to have tourists come visit and do some shopping, maybe stop at a grocery store like the Auburn Bodega, or get some sushi, go to the bakery, and of course here's a theater. I just had to show you that because that's an icon right there. And look, there you go.
8:24 a.m. You're at FM 104.5, AM 950 KAHI, Voice of the Foothills. If you're just joining in, we're talking to Katie and Courtney with the Auburn Quail Trail. Now, ladies, we were talking a little bit before we went to the break about how, like, the ideas you guys went through the leadership program here at Auburn. Super cool. Didn't know that existed before. And so it sounds like a really great accelerator to get folks involved and in getting started in our community here. Now, tell me a little bit about how you guys landed on the Quail Trail again. Let's just recap that a little bit. And tell me about the organization that went together to actually make something like this happen.
Morphed, as we developed and it came to be, just because there's a lot of factors that go into something like this, like approval with the city and different organizations. And so really we just wanted to have something that got people out into the community to see how connected that Old Town and downtown were. And so we hit the pavement and we just opened our eyes and thought, well, what natural beauty and wonders do we have here that we could get people out in the community and just walking to see it.
Courtney, as you guys were kind of putting the ideas of different, now, tell me a little bit about it. What is it? Where is there a start and a stop? Some of the trails, it sounds like it's a walking thing. What all is it?
So it's a walking trail. It's self-guided though. So at each, there's 12, we like to call them points of interest, kind of landmarks, hidden gems of sorts. So at each location there's a sign that has a QR code, and that QR code will take you to our website and a map, so you can, at any point hop on, hop off, take care of that, whatever fulfills your need at that moment. Like, so, and a lot of the trail, was kind of like developed over time, because I've lived here my whole life, and it's kind of like different walking routes I've taken, shortcuts, or just even with my kids trying to exercise them, be out and about, that kind of thing. So it was really exciting to walk it. We walked several different routes, several different times, just trying to figure out what flows, what makes sense. So we can talk about the stops, if you want.
Yeah, let's run them down.
Okay.
We start kind of up, I'd say the topmost point, because it is in general a loop. It's just under 1.5 miles, 1.48 miles. So there is the Auburn Promenade Courtyard and the Auburn Clock Tower, and then Central Square, and then it goes to the Armed Forces Pavilion and Community Garden.
Walking right past it? Right here.
Yep. And then across to City Hall, and then to the historic Placer County Courthouse, and then it drops down into Old Town, to that kind of Old Town entrance right at the Hook and Ladder number 2 and the Firehouse Park and Claude Channa Park, and then goes around to Herschel Young Park on the corner, up the hill to Bicentennial, and then it actually goes under Auburn Folsom. I don't know if you've ever taken that little tunnel route.
I have often. I live right back in there, so I take that.
Yeah, that's
a lot of people don't know about it.
It's a wonderful shortcut for any activities down in Old Town. When parking fills up, you can park on High Street, you can just go down that tunnel and you're right there. So you come out right at the Gold Country Fairgrounds, and then up the hill is School Park Preserve, and then Art Park, and then you're kind of back at
in
your
the heart
original
of it.
loop.
Yeah, yeah, I love it. And then you're not too far from some local restaurants there too. You work up a little bit of thirst or hunger.
Exactly.
Yeah,
There's many good stops along the way.
Yeah, grab a beer, grab a snack, whatever, shop, whatever it is you want to do.
So how many iterations did it go through before you guys arrived? Because I used to live right behind the high school, and you're almost describing my walk that I would do every morning. So I kind of, that same thing, I found it through trial and error, but I would walk through the tunnel down there, and I would go up through the Old Town, and I'd work back then, come up through downtown. And it's really fun because there's folks walking, I'll see them every morning walking outside the radio station, I see the folks up there. So how many iterations did it take before you got something, yeah, that's the one, that's the one that goes for this?
Probably at least
3 or 4.
There was a few where we, added, and then we had to kind of comb it down, and then maybe add a few more, and just kind of really what worked, what made it walkable, connectable, but also stayed interesting.
Mm-hmm.
That's some good research. That's some, sorry guys, we gotta go out and research.
Yeah.
we gotta go walk and find all this.
Yeah, there might have been a few meetings at Baked and Brewed
Yes.
in the middle of our walk.
So now, when folks scan the QR code, and if you're not familiar with the QR code, you have your smartphone there, you open up the camera, and it'll scan this little code. It looks like a barcode type thing. And then what pops up? Is it going to be just information about what you're looking at around the area and where you're looking?
Well, currently it directs you to our Facebook page, but in the next probably 24 hours or so, our website will go live, hopefully, and that's a page hosted by
Explore Auburn CA.
Yes, so from there you'll be able to access the map, but you'll also be able to click on the points of interest and then navigate that way. So if the idea is, you know, even if you just stumble upon it, you've been walking and you're like, what is this quail sign? I give in. Let's do this QR code. You know, it can kind of take you to where you're at, and then you can figure out, well, where do I go from here? You can go whatever direction you want. Beautiful photographs that a local photographer took for us.
We also have personal stories.
Yes.
And so what we did was we kind of polled the group just about what they remember or recall or really like and appreciate about each location. And so we kind of culminated those stories into just personal memories and anecdotes about each location.
Again, in the digital age that we have, it's so cool that you can do it. So now so you mentioned that the signs are getting printed right now, like basically as we speak.
They are being hung.
Yeah.
The
Yes.
contractor is out on the streets hanging signs as we speak.
And there's a launch party that's coming up. So let's talk a little bit about the launch party.
Yeah, so our launch party is coming up on Sunday, August 4th. We're going to do a kickoff at 9 a.m. and it's at the Armed Forces Pavilion and Community Garden, so just down the road from KAHI, 995 Lincoln Way. And we are going to have giveaways, refreshments, guided walks, music. We're hoping to have a little party and just really kick off the beginning of the trail.
Anybody can come out.
Anybody.
Everybody's welcome.
Kids,
Dogs, kids,
yeah,
strollers, all
Yeah.
of it. And we are also gonna print postcards that we can place at City Hall and other little places. So it's not just the QR code option. So they'll be at the chamber and all of those type of places, hotels, stuff like that. So we're really hoping to get everybody.
Love it. So we've got the launch party that's going to be Sunday, August 4th, and it's going to be starting at 9 a.m. It's going to be at the Armed Forces Pavilion here, the community garden right here at 995 Lincoln Way, Auburn. So where can folks find it? I know I follow you guys on Instagram. I know the website's going to be launched really quick.
Yeah, so before the website officially launches, you can find us on Instagram and on Facebook just at Auburn Quail Trail. So if you search that, we'll come right up, and if you give us a follow, then that's where you'll find out all of our new information, hype about our launch, everything you want to know.
And I'm seeing that there's these small lines there that you can use for refreshments. So it's definitely worth coming out and checking out. Again, that's going to be on Sunday, August 4th. It's going to be at 9 a.m. This was going to kick off. Still going to be nice and cool. Let's just all.
That's the plan.
August 4th, Sunday, 9 a.m.
Yes. First come, first serve, so you better get out there early.
Ladies, thanks so much for joining us. Again, Katie and Courtney with the Auburn Quail Trail. It's going to be launching here again on August 4th. That is going to do it for us today. We're going to finish out the hour with America's First News. And
Don't forget, we've got swag, so come right at 9 o'clock. Really cute t-shirts we got.
And remember, you can't hate somebody if you're hugging them. We're going to
And if you're a shop owner and you want one of our stickers in your window, please let us know so we can put a sticker in your shop. That's a wrap.
I love his ending.
Yeah.